I'm with Rustem, who is a very knowledgeable expert on data leak prevention. Rustem, can you just briefly introduce yourself?
I'm Vice President of InfoWatch. It's a Moscow-based company which DLP vendor and provider in the European market.
Okay, now I've been having a chat with Rustem, and one of the concerns that I have, and I'm sure CISOs have as well, is that we look at data leak prevention systems and they have a cost, but we don't know the whole cost. Yeah, can you tell me all the different factors that are involved?
We look at the three parts of any project. The first is license. Of course, it's much easier to count it because we have price list and so on. The second is infrastructure, because if you put this system, it needs some place to storage, some interceptors for intercept, it's gateways and so on to block information. And the third part is the implementation. And the bad news for customers that the biggest part of implementations is on their side, because it's DLP, it's not IT security, it's information security. It's based on information and it's based on business processes in a company. That is why it depends. If you have good built business process, it's easier to protect. If you don't have a good built process, you should build it, because you should make some regulation, which information, where should be stored, and DLP vendor couldn't do it itself because he knows his product, but he doesn't know his your business. That is why if you have a good security politics, good process built in company, the implementation of DLP system be easier and cheap.
Less expensive.
Yeah. If you want as is, to protect everything as is without any changing, implementation can be very hard.
Can you tell me what are the aspects of a good business process?
It's too expensive to build business process only for security. Of course, you should build it for business. But that is why it's impossible asking security company to build process for company. No, but good built process, it means that people in company knows which information, where stored, how used, and how sent outside the company. If somebody can just write the roads of information, it helps very much for implementing DLP system.
So when you say roles, what kinds of roles are we looking at?
Which information can be sent whom, where. Okay. It's better using which channel. The four parts: which information, whom, where, and which channel.
What about resources? What about people resources? What do I need to tell my users? Do I need implementation people? Do I involve my security people? What are the different people roles?
There are some different models of implementation, but I can explain this model which closer to us because we build a category-based protection. For every category should be a person who is in charge. Of course, it should be a manager who in charge of this category information. For example, oil company, geologist knows how geologist information should move. Accountant should know what accounting, commercial people know commercial information, and so on. Every manager who is in charge of this content. And he said that this information should move by regulation, came outside or from our company or by standards, some standards. It should be stored this way and moving this way. And that is why for every content, it's easier than every document. It's easier than write the content road for every document. You should index all document and index all the rows. It's not good. Easier to work with categories. It can be 10 categories or 12 categories.
So what's an example of a category?
Category, for example, it's commercial information for...
Okay, so commercial information, employee information.
Yeah.
And I'm categorizing all my documents.
Production, financing,
And then once I've got the categories, then I can assign people to be in charge of those categories?
Yeah, for every category you choose the man who is in charge.
Okay.
And who decide which is right and which is not right.
Right, and so you can't tell me all the different roles because it depends, it changes from company to company.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
and it's a part of implementation to understand these roles.
Sure. Okay, do you have any last words on DLP that the CISOs should be aware of?
DLP is a new technologies, and now it goes to 2 years ago, it was a very fashionable. Everybody talk. Now it's more than feature, and people said that it's not the magic technology which solves everything. This is the only way to understand what is with information in company. That's why it's not the magic. It's hard work, DLP.
Okay, well, Rustem, thank you very much for your time. If I could just recommend my listeners go to the InfoWatch website, www.infowatch.com. There is a lot of very useful information on that site. Whether you use InfoWatch's products or not, they have a lot of statistics and graphically explain the different costs and methodologies involved.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rustem. Hello, everyone. My name is Ben Chai. I'm the editor for securityvibes.com. If you've enjoyed this video or have any other comments to make, please do fill in the comment boxes and let us know what you think. Thank you.